Hey guys, I'm back! You didn't think I would come back, did you? Be honest. I'm not gonna lie, there was a period during my over 2 months absence that I thought so too. But here I am, finally facing this demon that I was afraid of. These recordings are over 2 months old, and I don't know, this whole project of creating this boathouse by using the bench trick, it's a tedious job. The game kept crashing. The park is very laggy, and it kind of burned me out. I was like, I didn't want to return to the game, and I didn't. But don't worry, I haven't been inactive. I have started to build my own park, my Miri's wonderful magical, no, it's not magical, paleo park in PK, Prehistoric Kingdom. And I recorded everything, so there's a ton of videos awaiting you, showing you how I manage and how I learned to play this game, because I started out as a total noob and it took me 2 hours to create a rock wall. Now I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing. And I love it. But you know what? I'm sorry. Let's do an introduction to this video. Yeah, today I'm back. As I told you, I'm building the boathouse, which is where the first years arrive when they enter Hogwarts for the first time. This is something that Mustafa wanted from me. He asked me to do this a long time ago. I didn't know how to and how it would make sense, and then all of a sudden it came to me with the bench trick. I can make docks and place these tour buildings, these mortar tour buildings that have these these gates, these doorways. So if I arrange them in a way that it works or that it makes sense, it could look like you could pull in boats there, or this is where you enter after you landed with your little boat there. So yeah, it's a pretty, the concept is clear. We need this dock, we need some sort of building connecting to the docks. And I wanted it also to include an entry building, because it's an entrance. It is a park entrance. And I mean, was only supposed to be one single entrance to the park, which is in the center, next to the dragon, the sleeping dragon. But with with Hogsmeade and with the Forbidden Forest especially, I started to add landing platforms for people who are arriving on brooms. So with that, I kind of opened my mind to the possibility of having several entrances. And so I added this one. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not even looking at the footage right now as I'm talking to you, because I just wanted to do this introduction and tell you that I'm not gone. But I think that things have to change for me to, not burn out anymore doing this, because I think it should be fun for both of us. And so I need to make a new channel banner, because it says it has been lying for months, if not years, that I'm saying that I'm uploading a community build every weekend. That is, I put pressure on me by putting that on the banner, and ever since I did that, I sort of stopped putting these out every weekend. And, I'm not saying that you will have to wait 2 months from now on for every new video. I'm just saying I can't do a specific schedule. And I need just, for myself, the possibility to say, this thing won't be ready for the weekend. This won't be ready for Sunday because it's the last day of the weekend. I had quite a few weekends where I sort of spent half of it in a rush to finish the video so it would be out on the weekend as it says on my banner. And that put a lot of stress on me when actually a weekend should be something where you chill, you relax, you calm down from the week and stuff. And so I think I can't do this anymore. I can't. So I won't have a regular schedule for you, as before. But the thing that is going to change is that I'm not going to stress myself to get it ready for Sunday. And if it's not ready for Sunday, then to do everything I can so it's ready on Monday, or at least at Tuesday. And just do it as life and my schedule allows me to make videos. So maybe you will have to wait a week, maybe just 5 days, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. Just know that I want to keep doing this, but that I have to make some changes. That's all. So this is the first thing that has to change, and I think you'll be able to adjust to that. I mean, you adjusted to my 3 months break that I took without saying a word. And the second change I need to do is that, when I started doing community builds, I stopped making Miri builds. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope I can explain. So when I was building, for 2 months in pre-K, I didn't have anyone in the comments telling me, giving me ideas. I didn't ask you for ideas. I always ask you for ideas because I want the community builds to feel like we all had a hand in it. But this time I didn't have that, and I just felt the freedom of just randomly trying things out until I had something that I liked, and not asking anyone for help, but just totally rely on myself and just go with the flow. And I think I will have to do more of these things. This park in PK is going to be like a speed build series that is just documenting what I did there, and with I guess, no one having a say in it, except for me. And I think I need to do stuff like this in Jurassic World Evolution 2 as well. Because it's not okay, just to reassure you that I'm not out of ideas, because I have this Hogwarts Park to finish. I don't know how, but it will get done. And I have my Lagoon Park that I started sketching my path, and now I have to fill in. That is sort of the next tedious thing that is awaiting me, and which is another reason I didn't want to go back into the game. But I have other ideas too. If you have been on one of my last streams, you might have caught, with 1 year, me talking about something that is called, and this is a working title, Penis Park. I think I should be safe to say this on YouTube. This is just a part of a human body. This should not be a word that you can't say. So, and this is a wild idea, but I have to do it. I'm going to enlighten you about this park build. It's going to be a small park build, and it's going to be a park build that I will have a lot of fun with. So just imagine John Hammond and the Tiger King having a love child, inheriting all of Hammond's money and influence and dinosaur-y things that he has. And this love child it can't shake its roots. One of its fathers is the reddest redneck there is in the world, with the poorest taste on the world, with the worst ideas in the world. And the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So this love child, of course, is going to build a like a Tiger King-ish park with dinosaurs where he can do like insane stuff like T-Rex arm wrestling and like dumb ideas with penis path art and these flaming tribal-esque tattoo-like things as path art. I would love it if we had monster trucks, but you know, something along those lines is Penis Park. It's and I still want to call it like this. But yeah, this is what I want to do. This is like if I do nothing else, but Penis Park has to come into existence. So there's that. I still haven't kind of shaken the idea of doing a TV, like a movie park. That sort of, you know, it makes sense for an amusement park with roller coasters and that sort of stuff to have like themed attractions like that are movie themed, but it sort of doesn't make sense for the dinosaur park thing, does it? So that's why I haven't done it yet. I started MPK because, you know, possibilities are endless there, so you can replicate like everything you want. Not perfectly. I have some complaints, people from PK. Can I like give you a list of things I need for it to be the perfect game, please? Whatever. Yeah. So yeah. What else can I say? Maybe it's time for me to look at what's going on. I guess by now the game has crashed a couple times when I tried moving the benches. And has broken my soul. At some point, you know, it kept crashing when I tried moving benches, so I had to resort to stop using the move tool again. It was a big Unity flashback, which I didn't like. This is like one of the aspects. There weren't many. Like, this is it that I didn't like about Unity at the park. I mean, we just went too far. And the thought that I went too far with Hogwarts, I mean, it was obvious since the beginning that I would come to this moment one day. There have been signs since the beginning that this park was not going to be the easiest one. But I shall overcome this problem and not talk about it. Anymore. Instead, let me just, you saw me do things. Wow. Yeah, right now I'm placing benches, which is what I've done the past 13. Let's not exaggerate. The past 13 minutes. And if there's one thing that I would tell you to do differently than I did with this build, if you want to recreate something like this, like not for Hogwarts, there's like a plethora of possibilities to incorporate a dock thing in your parks. And if you want to use this trick and create these two parallel docks around this water, like this U shape. Let's call it a U shape. Here's my tip. Don't start with the benches. Start with the smallest water brush and paint in the water body that you want to have between the two sides of the dock. And don't get rid of it, but leave it there. And make the gap between the two docks on each side a little bigger than the smallest water brush. Because I didn't at my first try, and I couldn't bring in the water. So I had to delete the things and come up with a new system. once I had done that, like I have, as you saw, redone this 3 times. Because I didn't plan it. And this is my service to you now that you know what kind of mistakes I made. You can not repeat them if you're clever. So I would suggest don't try I came up with this system of dock connections and paths leading left and right and everything. Without checking if I could put in the water. So in the end, it turned out that I the best method was to just put in the water, put the buildings as close to the water as you can, and then put the benches as close to the water as you can, and have them overlap the water as much as you can, and then try to figure out how to make the benches and the buildings connect to each other. So my tip is don't have a plan, just see to it that you put in the water first, make it a little bit wider than the smallest water brush, put in your buildings, figure out where the benches can go, and then at the end you can try to put in more water, bring in more water, and it will work because you have the water body in the center and it is bigger than the smallest brush size. If it's not bigger than the smallest brush size, this trick won't work because the game won't put water there. So this is your only chance. Don't make a plan, just try things. This is my tip for you. And it's somehow magically it will work out. And I actually like this layout the most of all the layouts that I have tried. They all had some weird bits and pieces where I had to sort of, do something ugly to make it work. And this, for whatever reason, doesn't. It looks like someone could have actually built this for people to use as a landing area with boats. I'm not a boats person. I have never been on I have been on a boat. Okay, yeah. I have been on a ship too. Okay, but I'm not a sailor. I'm not a captain of anything. This is not within my, horizon of the world. I don't have knowledge about that stuff. So I just did something. I added these electrical things, because it's also pretty cool that you can sort of clip in the benches into this concrete base that it has. And by connecting them, it looks like some sort of crane that does something, docky things. And yeah. So as you can see right now, I'm still placing benches. Man, this took me forever. So I guess when I edited this over 2 months ago, and sorry, I thought, okay, yeah, no, it was painful for me. There's no reason I should spare you any pain. So you're getting to see you're not even getting to see the whole process. You see me deleting stuff a couple of times and trying again. But, I think that's part of the process that I shouldn't leave out. Because I think it's important for everyone to see that this sort of stuff doesn't come natural. It's not a one take wonder. You know what I mean? I struggle with these things as well. I am not even though I like to pretend that I am a magical person, I am actually not, which is sad, but it's the reality of life. And so we all make mistakes, and from these mistakes that we make during the process, we learn how to make it better. So just know you're not alone. If something doesn't work on the first try, give it a second or third one. Reassess things. Don't just stick to if you have a plan, don't just stick to it like a mad person, even though you realize pretty early on that this is maybe not going to turn out the way you want it. Toss it, scrap it. This is the lesson learned from this video. Also another lesson, don't put as much stuff in your parks and don't build them as big as I do, because this is going to cost you maybe years of your life. Who knows? Who knows the psychological strain this put on my brain? Who knows? There's no way of knowing. So now I'm done. You saw me presenting the final result of the benches. Finally, was a big moment for me. This is now so far away from me that I can talk about this without feeling anything. I'm so sorry for this voiceover as well, but I guess this is the new me. I mean, I'm not very different from what I was before, but I just want to stress out as much. So I placed these poles because they look like something you could use to I don't know, steer your boat away from the dock, or attach it to. Then I added these lights as something, these benches, otherwise they just float. You can put stuff under them. I put rocks under them later, not everywhere, but just to, add some nature to this. I tried things with the flags because I wanted this it is the boat entry. But there's no reason for it to not be pretty and not to announce where you are. These proud flags, present your colors, wear them with pride, and put them at the boathouse too. So that's what I did. JWE, I don't know why this is in here. Why is this in here? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so I tried a few, see what I'm doing here with the water and the bench. This is sort of what I recommend. I recommend you try to bring the benches as close to the water as you can, and as far into the water as you can. Oh no, I'm going to get rid of all of this. I remember. I didn't keep this. I think. Did I? Maybe I did. To be honest, I could have. What is happening? What am I doing? And why am I doing it? I just wanted a second connection to this little loading dock that is there for, these two exits of the tour buildings where you actually have the tour vehicle exit. Now I'm deleting it all and left it deleted. Yeah, but you see, that's what I mean. You need to try things out to see it doesn't work. And then it's okay. Don't be afraid to delete it, and, just own your shit, You tried, didn't work. That's fine. Whatever. These exits for the tour trucks, those are the loading dock things for bigger ships, at least bigger than the tiny boats that the first years use. That's why I put another crane there, and I think I just wanted to add another walkway for boat people to walk on. Since I have no idea what I'm doing there, I ended up tossing it, as you saw. So now I'm starting to think of this like an entrance. I got rid of the crates that are still there, but now I'm thinking of how can I make this look nice and welcoming, but still like a boat thing, you know? So I decided to get rid of these poles right here and put the flags there. And then I brought the poles back, which I didn't remember. This is fascinating. I really don't remember like the details of this build. I thought I did get rid of the crates and the tank thing, but maybe I didn't. I mean, we're going to find out. Now I'm adding, like these concrete barriers to indicate that there is like a ramp leading into this building, so you can pull in a boat and do some work on it or load stuff into it, whatever, you know what I mean. So flags, I added the colorful lights, changed the color to this bright orange to make it look like fire, more like fire, because that's the type of light the people use at Hogwarts. This is how it looks. I think it's kind of nice. It's not too much, too flashy, too colorful, too, exuberant, but it's not too utilitarian. Too utilitarian at the same time. It's a nice mix between boathouse facility stuff and entrance. So then I went to the front. I had to cover the ugly stuff from all the boat buildings and decorations I used to create the walls. I mean, like this little shed and stuff. It's okay for it to be there, but it's not okay for it to be this exposed. It has to look like something that is connected, not just random bits of walls. So I tried to make this happen by hiding some of the gaps with rocks, which is what I'm doing now. I'm putting rocks in the water. I'm going to add a little bit of vegetation too, and putting some under the benches, but I'm going to hide the gaps between the walls with more rocks and have this be embedded in a nice little rock cliffy, hopefully somewhat British Highlandy-esque landscape situation. But today, I think I'm only going to show you how I put the rocks around the boathouse. I'm so sorry. I have been talking for half an hour now, and there has been some stuff that I had to edit out because it was just not appropriate for anyone to hear. Today is just the boathouse. I continued in this building session to build the area around it, but that is what's going to happen next episode. So don't worry, there is already another one waiting in the pipeline for me to do a voiceover for and some editing and for you to watch. So don't be afraid. It's not going to take another 2 months for the next episode, and I really like the next episode. I built like the 2 arms of the crest that are fanning out to the left and right from the entry. I covered them with path and lots of nice naturey decoration stuff and added some cottage hotels there. And I added a Hagrid's hut. And this time it's much cooler than the one that I built for the Mini UK, because it's actually Hagrid's hut. It's not a pretend prop for a park. It's really Hagrid's hut, and I like it. And maybe you will too. I'm also including like tiny, habitats for wild giant purple toads and other animals. And so yeah, this is what's going to happen next time. For now, I put all the rocks around the entry, the boathouse entry, to make it look nice. I think what's going to happen now is just some vegetation. Maybe. As you know, I don't know. I know as much as you do. No, a little bit more. But I don't remember where this speed build stopped. I think it should stop now. Should it? My goodness. If you're still here, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my confused voice and the things that the voice is telling you. I hope you can forgive me that I left you alone this long, and that you're excited I'm back. If not, well, okay. And if you are, I am too. So just know that we're excited together. And I'll shut up now. I'll say a special thanks to my patrons, just because I left you alone too during these 2 or 3 months, and I feel bad about it. And just know that I'm going to make up for it. I promise. But yeah, now I'm just filling in vegetation to make it look pretty, and then that's it. So there's really nothing more that I can say than thank you for watching. Stay tuned and stay inspired. See you next time. Bye-bye.